Title of this video is Breaking Down Your Reality. Alright, I may have done a similar video as this in the past, but I think it deserves an upgrade. And definitely deserves an upgrade because of what's happening nowadays in society. And you can imagine the amount of power that these people have over us. Okay? Whether you're living in a communist country, whether you're living in a capitalist country, it doesn't matter. Okay? Whether you're living in Russia, it don't matter. It don't really matter. Okay? So what I'm about to explain in this video breaks down your reality, whether you're living anywhere in the world. This knowledge, this this wisdom, this intelligence came about from experience. Okay, I never read anything. What I'm about to tell you, I never read anything to actually know this. This thing came up to me several years ago, but I try to explain this simple concept to other people, but they still, it doesn't seem like that it's going in their head or something. It doesn't seem like they're understanding what I'm saying, okay? So I'm gonna do this thoroughly. I'm thoroughly gonna simplify this down so you can understand what I'm about to say. Okay? So as you can see in your screens right now, it's water. Okay, a little bit of history. Okay, in the past, in the distant past, people never used money. Okay, they used resources. They used barter, the barter system. Remember the barter system? So instead of money, what they have is a trade of goods or services. Okay, and native people, this is exactly what they did. Okay, if you don't have a product to offer them, offer a skill. Okay, they'll offer something back. And you know, if you ever watch like native tribes around the world, this is how they function. Okay, this is part of their past. It's because they are close to nature. Sure, they get sick. Okay, but their sickness is mostly just infections. It's not, it's not like they're dying from diabetes, heart disease, and high cholesterol, all these stuff that we are suffering from right now. Excess, okay, gluttony, excess food, excess intake of food, sedentary behavior, not exercising, not socializing, not being real, okay? So you have to think of this in terms of value. What is value to you? Okay, value is water. You know, what you call oxygen, air, is also water, okay? The water evaporates, and then there goes your air, okay? So, well, and vice versa, okay? We all know the basic science, and I'm not gonna go into that. But in the past, okay, in the past, people traded, water and food to each other, okay? Their main thing is, hey, I'm gonna survive. I get to eat today. I'm fine, totally fine. Living with the elements, getting my vitamin D. Okay, the house is a very recent freaking invention, man. I mean, sure they had houses back then, but what I'm saying is they barely altered nature. Okay, they made like small nipa huts. They made small little cottages, little sheds. Okay, they call them sheds. Uh, the ones in Iraq are like mud houses and things like that. So it cools you down a little bit if you're living in a desert. But you know what I mean. It's life was much simpler back then. Even if it's like you know, even if it's less technology, people are socializing with each other, and there's more real people back then. And you can notice this. Okay, you can notice this with what happened to our society ever since the internet came out. People are starting to become more stuck up, more conceited, more selfish, more full of themselves. Okay, there's more of these kind of people walking around right now, ready to sue you at the smallest freaking thing, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's what, and they're so freaking hypersensitive about the smallest thing that you shouldn't be sensitive about. You know, and the masculinity is dying. It's literally dying in America. Okay, so in the past, this is what you got. This one and this one right here. Okay, this one includes the land that this tree grew up in. Okay, so our ancestors are not paying bills, are not paying insurance. Okay, on the land that they're living in. Okay, they're not paying tax, they're not paying nothing because government wasn't invented back then. Okay, so they got the water and they got the food for free. Okay, what payment did they have to do? They just have to take care of it. Okay, nature and humans lived in harmony before, way before the simp system was invented. Okay, way before this stupid shit called the simp civilization was invented. People are already living in accordance to nature itself. Okay, and with nature, you get what you give. Okay, you till the land, you plant seeds on the land properly. Okay, using your observational skills, and then you can gather the fruits of your labor. Okay, whether you plant a tree, whether you plant vegetables, whether you raise animals, you treat the animals nicely. Okay, they grow up aplenty. Okay, a depressed animal is not going to breed, bro. And what exactly are you seeing in America nowadays? More and more people not wanting to get married despite the gay marriage being legal. More and more people not having kids. Okay, more and more depression, more and more autism, more and more narcissism. Okay, it's not just here, it's around the world, bro. This thing is like worldwide. Dude, I can go to the Philippines right now and I can freaking turn on a freaking put on a camera and I can show you how people are acting nowadays. I can just like, pull my phone and just like start shooting a video everywhere. Once I go there, and just like you'll be the judge, okay? Be like, man, how come people are robotic nowadays? So that's what it is, that's what it is. The beginnings of being controlled, being controlled. So going back to the video, okay? So in the past, the Indians were bamboozled by the quote unquote colonists into thinking in this way, okay, in this way. But before that, they were thinking in this way, okay, in natural resources, okay, and as a universal knowledge and wisdom, we know that the value is here and here, okay. It's in the water, it's in the food. Those are the very things that you know uh, keep you alive. Okay, you're still, even if you're a spiritual being, even if you're a monk, okay, you're still living in a physical body. Okay, you're still living in a physical body. You still have to eat to survive. You still have to drink water to survive, especially water. Forget about this, as much, but you can eat like once a day of this and still survive and possibly live a long time, longer time than most people, because people pig out all the time. As long as you have this, and as long as you're breathing and getting vitamin D, you're fine, bro. You're fine. It's not like you're gonna die or something. All the cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, are gonna leave your system. They're gonna get metabolized, because hey, the body eats itself. It's gonna let go of the bad stuff first. That's why fat people lose weight when they start moving. Oh, what does a movement do? What does exercise do? It raises your temperature, bro. What does fever do? It raises your body temperature too, bro. This is why when you're sick, when you have a virus in your body ultimately raises its temperature autonomically. The autonomic nervous system. So the autonomic nervous system outweighs the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, I don't want to get deep into that because I'm gonna lose people. If I dive deep into the science, but I know some of my viewers are science savvy, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to deviate too much in the topic, but okay, the value was here and then here, and then it got there. Okay, the colonists came in. They say, "Oh, here's your silver. Oh, here's your gold. I'm gonna trade you that for this and that. Now you need more of this." So after they acquired the land, right? After they killed the Indians, everywhere, or the natives everywhere, it's around the world because the colonists, went around the world. They introduced this to you, okay, the natives of your land, and in exchange for this and this, over time, because the natives are, you know, quite impressed with shiny objects, just like other animals are. Okay, other. I'm not saying the natives are animals, but what I'm saying is something that's like fancy, something that's shiny. Silver, gold. Something like how would I say this? Something like amusing, something that's like a statue or something like that. And I believe some of the colonists traded some miniature figures, like little toys, for this and this. Especially when they're trying to escape. The colonists were trying to escape, as they say, they try to escape the King of England. You know, I don't know how true that is, but you can look that up. So the value went from here to here. Okay, and then the clever bankers were like, you know what? I'm not feeling good if I just keep giving this cash all the time. I'm not comfortable if people keep coming in and withdrawing, taking money out of the bank. Because I own the bank. Blah blah blah. Blah. The banksters are like, oh, let's think of a clever strategy for these people to take the money out themselves. And because I'm a germophobic, I'm just gonna uh, invent a machine that withdraws money. Okay, it's gonna print out money. It's gonna not print out, but pull out money. You know, put out money without me interacting with them, and so we don't have to hire these tellers. Okay, we don't have to hire these tellers anymore, so we can save money. So this was invented. There you go. Your favorite credit card, Mastercard, Visa card, debit card. Okay. Now you don't have to. The banks no longer have to hire tellers to handle this. Did you see how clever that is? Okay, they're taking it a step further. Now you can use this and buy stuff online, bruh. You can even pay for this using, you can even use this to pay for pizza and, order online with this thing and voila, and magically voila. Oh, my pizza arrived in, in my door. Now I just gotta give a tip. Use some fives and ones, bruh. And then, but you bought the pizza with this, man. And then now the second step, the banks are like, you know what? Plastic kind of cost me money. It's still costing me money, man. Like, why not? Why don't we just use this thing, this motherfucking internet thing, and get these dumb motherfuckers to fucking buy some shit that doesn't have any equivalent value in real life. What if we just invent numbers, bruh? What if I just invent something called a crypto, bruh? Because like a crypt, like people, the dead disappear, bruh, in the crypt, bruh. So your money went from this, your value went from this, okay? When your ancestors owned the land and then the government bought it, They gave you that, and then because this thing is like has limited value, and the banks wanted to save money, they gave you that, and then because this thing is still solid, and it's their uh main motive is not just taking away value from you; it's also controlling your brain, controlling what you think. Now they gave you this. Whippy! SpongeBob! Yay! Now you went from this. Your dumbass went from this to this to this. You see? You see how dumb that shit is? You went from this, and then you gave them this and this for that. Okay, for that, and then you gave them this motherfucking cash for that, and then now you gave this up, and then you gave, and then you're buying that. You see what I'm saying? And now the digital dollar is being rolled out, bruh. Who's the dumbass now, man? You see what I'm saying? I know I'm trying to be funny, but shit, man. Like, dude, can you imagine, bro? How did you go from this shit to this shit to this, and then now to this? Well, this shit still has value. It'd be like, oh, maybe I can freaking use this to open the motherfucking door, or use this to motherfucking uh itch my butt crack or some shit, or uh scrape some ice cream or some shit. And then they got your dumbass giving that shit up, and now it's that. And then, well, maybe in the future they'd be like, you give them an attitude or some shit at work, and they'd be like, oh, this dude is too masculine, or it's toxic masculinity. This guy's toxic masculinity. I feel offended, so what I would do is I would charge him 25% for that shit. There goes your freaking Bitcoin, your Ethereum. I'm gonna charge you 25%. Blah 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 blah. Now you can't do shit because the money's not in this and no longer in a bank. It's now in this. Okay. Well, they 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 had you hold something. Okay. That in itself. Okay. That's a finesse right there. Look at this shit. This thing keeps me alive. Okay. This thing keeps me alive. Can I eat that? Can I eat that and will that keep me alive? No, I'll probably get poisoned because of the fucking ink in there. Can I eat that and keep me alive? And can it keep me alive? No, I'm gonna die. Shit, because it's fucking plastic. Can I eat that? I can't even fucking hold that shit. I can't even fucking. See what I'm saying? I can see it on the monitor, but the value of that goes up and down like really erratically. Okay, could lose. My account would turn into fucking negative 33,000 or some shit. You know, if this shit fucking if the dollar goes up, if this shit goes up, and then this shit goes down, then there you go. You see, I just lost my fucking money right there. I just lost this to this. Okay, so now you're seeing what I mean. Now I'm being clear to you. Okay, now it's clear. So that's it for this video. Peace out.